What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Impossible Hardcore Minecraft Survival Series. Today we are going to be doing episode 3, and yeah, let's just jump right in. So if you guys remember on episode 2, on day 40 is when I finally finished putting the glass on top of our base. And after day 40, 2 days went by and I wasn't exactly sure what to do next. But then suddenly, an idea came to my mind. And I thought to myself, you know what I'm going to do? I want to create a giant massive wall and expand our base all the way to the village. And so that's exactly what I did. With all the blocks that I gathered during mining to find diamonds, I used those same blocks to create stone. And with those stone bricks, I created a massive wall that surrounded the whole entire village and also our base. Now it did take me a while and I did have to go mining again because let's be honest, I needed a lot of blocks. But something really bad happened while I was mining, which really sucked. So while I was mining, I accidentally fell and walked right into some lava, and I panicked and I didn't know what to do. So what I did was I just left the game. And after leaving the game, I sat for a while and started thinking what could I do, but then I realized there wasn't really anything I could do. The only thing I could do now was just rejoin and I guess try to get out the best I could. And well, that did not go well at all. So now I was down to 3 lives. But you know what? I wasn't going to be negative. I decided to be positive. And so I created copper armor. I covered the lava. And I still wanted to be safe just in case I got one shot by any mutated mob. So I just made mutated skeleton armor for now. So instead of being negative, I just took a couple of days to go mining again and collect more resources and food and collect more blocks so I could continue my goal. And on day 64, I was back to normal again. And as I was continuing the wall, it got dark and then a blood moon rised. Now usually during the blood moons I never came outside, but this time I was a little bit curious, so I stayed outside during a blood moon just to see what it looked like. Now at first I didn't really see nothing special about a blood moon. It just looked a little spooky, but that was it. And I was like, this doesn't look scary at all. But then I remembered that mobs are about 3 or 4 times stronger, so I said, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go inside for now. Now during a blood moon, you can't actually go to sleep. You have to wait until the night is over. So instead of wasting time doing nothing, I went mining. And as I was mining, I found a big cave. And inside the cave, there was lots and lots of iron. And so, you know dang well I had to collect all of it. Okay, so while I was collecting all of that iron, you might have noticed I also collected some obsidian. Well, I collected obsidian for 2 things. Number 1, to create a nether portal. And number 2, I needed to make chemical X. You know, the chemical that mutates mobs. Now, why in the world would I want to create a mutated monster knowing dang well they can probably kill me in 1 or 2 hits? Well, you see, I needed chemical X. Not because I wanted to create a monster, but because I needed to create someone who could protect my home. So I created the nether portal, but I did not go inside of it yet. Right now I had something more important to do. So after creating 2 bottles of chemical X, I went outside, and by the way, I also finished the wall, so the wall was completely done now. So with stone bricks, I started creating this little enclosure so I could put an iron golem inside of it. Now after creating the iron golem, I was gonna splash him with chemical X so he could be a mutated golem. But then I remembered something very important that Cary told me. You see, when you throw chemical X at a creature or at whatever mob you're trying to mutate, they have a 50% chance of exploding and a 50% chance of mutating. And so I went on top of the roof and I threw the chemical X on the golem. And then it happened. And just like that, I had a new friend. Well, a very big friend. Now, I wasn't exactly sure what kind of abilities he had. The only thing I knew was that he was really tall and really giant. And in my mind, I was thinking, okay, he probably just throws people in the air and smacks them. I'm not really 100% sure what he can do. But then I quickly found out what he can do. And, well, I did not find out in a good way. Okay. I don't know what happened. Why is he looking at me like that? Ain't no freaking way, dude. Because you see, in my mind, I thought if I control chemical X at something and then throw another one at it, that it would probably double mutate and then be 2 times stronger. And I threw another potion at him. And, that was not smart at all. Now, I was very curious to see what else this big guy could do, but I was a little bit worried because now he was mad at me. But after a couple of minutes, I went to go look at him again, and he was finally chill again, and he wasn't mad anymore. And I also gave him some iron so that he could heal, and that was my way of apologizing for damaging him. Now, it started getting dark, and right when it was getting dark, I wanted to see what the mutated golem could do, so I decided to stay outside with him. What you doing, buddy? Alright, I want to see. Oh my gosh, he can run! He can run! Did y'all see that? He just freaking started Naruto running. So yeah, besides shooting heavy cores like a cannonball machine, like Mega Man over here with double cannons, the Iron Golem, well the mutated Iron Golem, can also run as fast as a player. Now that is absolutely terrifying. Now, I did want to go into the nether, but I felt like I wasn't ready yet. I needed to have stronger armor and stronger weapons and plenty of gold. But before I went into the nether, I thought I would build something really cool. Because I haven't really done much building. All I did was create a base and went mining a lot and then, I don't know, just create a giant wall. So I started creating this massive, I don't know what you want to call it. Honestly, I wasn't really aiming for anything. I just started building some random thing in the sky, and I thought it looked really cool when I finally finished. Now, I wasn't aiming for anything specific. I know it looks like I was probably trying to make a giant roof, but that's not what I was doing. I just wanted to create, I guess, a strange looking thing, just kind of freestyle it, you know. And then suddenly I had a genius idea because I didn't want my build just to be boring stone bricks. My idea was to put these nice little things in the sky, kind of like a structure, and then put dirt on top of it, and then after put trees on top of it, and just fill the whole thing up with trees. But then I had an even better idea, because you see the pink blossom trees in Minecraft, they drop these nice little pink leaves and it makes this cool little effect. So I decided to go on a little adventure to go look for some pink blossom trees. Now, just for safety, I took my wolf dog with me so he could protect me in case anything went down. Now, right before I could even get any farther, I found a cool little house, and I had no idea that this was actually Cary's house that she was making. Now, I don't know why in the world she would want to build a house far away from, I guess, our little main area. Like, I don't understand why she would want to do that, but I mean, hey, it's her house. She can do whatever she wants. And she also had a waypoint that would go directly to her house. Now, after traveling quite a few blocks and swimming across ice, I found another portal. And after continuing our journey, we came across another village. And it looked really nice and peaceful over here. And I made sure to save the coordinates. Well, I mean, I was recording, so obviously I could just look at the recording for the coordinates. Now, after staying in this village for at least one day, just sleeping there so we could pass the night, we came across a pillager outpost. Now, I was pretty confident that I was going to destroy all these pillagers, especially with my wolf dog. But just in case if anything happened, I set my spawn, and I also put a chest down and put a lot of my items inside of it so I wouldn't lose anything. Now, as soon as I approached the pillagers, it kind of threw me off a little bit because they did not look like pillagers at all. Instead, they looked like people who were just gray. So me and my wolf dog, we beat the pillagers up and eliminated all of them. Now, after taking the loot, I also found a cool little horn that I could play. But most importantly of all, the best loot of everything, we got a raid potion. You know that potion, right? When you drink it, what's it called? Omni effect or something? I don't freaking know, man. And finally, after so much traveling, there they were, the pink blossom trees. Now, I didn't really care about the wood, and besides, I didn't have enough space anyway, so all I needed was just to collect a few saplings. And after collecting the saplings, it was finally time to go back home. And just like I said before, in case you forgot, I wasn't actually going for a specific idea. I just wanted to start building stuff, I guess, on top, just to make something look weird. You know, I was just trying to freestyle it, right, and just get creative and just make my own idea. And I ended up coming up with this strange looking structure, but I mean, hey, at least better than nothing. So a few days went by, and I gathered stronger items, stronger weapons, stronger tools, and I enchanted my armor. But now we have something more important to do. We need to go to the nether. Now here's the thing, I've been playing offline and Cary's been busy with school, so she hasn't really been playing with me much this whole time. But here's the thing, I didn't want to light the portal yet because I wanted to record it for you guys, but also I wanted to wait for Cary. But then I realized something. I realized, would it really be any difference if Cary was here or not? I mean, come on, let's be real, guys. Come on. Now, if Cary is here online with me, what do you think's going to happen? She's going to say, well, you go in first and check inside the nether to make sure it's safe. So then I will go in after. And what am I supposed to say? No, you first. Ladies first. And just let her die? Come on, man. That's not going to happen, alright? So yeah, either way, if Cary was here or not, I would have to be the one to go inside the portal first. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to wait for her. So I was prepared for anything. But at the same time, I was still a little bit nervous. So I spent a couple of minutes just walking around back and forth, just getting mentally prepared for what I was going to see. And so I made my way through the portal. And let's just say, well, not even 5 seconds went by before it was complete chaos. Everything seemed to calm down, and I healed myself, and I started building the stone all around the portal just to make sure it was safe, and that I wouldn't get randomly attacked. Now I knew that there was most likely going to be mutated mobs, but one thing that I wasn't expecting was hostile cows. Cows, bro, really? But the good news is that now the portal was safe, and anybody could come in and out of the portal anytime. And I could finally start collecting netherite, so I could make netherite armor. Now on day 86, Cary wanted to record her episode, so she joined the world. And I completely forgot about the dares, so Cary told me go ahead and grab a dare, and I was like, oh, dang it. And when I looked at my dare, I was prepared for the worst. Oh, well, that's not bad at all. Now after finishing my dare, Cary wanted to show me something because I showed her the mutated iron golem. And she told me, I want to show you something really cool. So I gave her one of my chemical X potions, and we went outside to the village. And then Cary got the potion, and she threw it at a villager. Now I was not prepared for this. I did not know what was going to happen. So I ran on top of a tree, and I blocked myself in, preparing for the worst. But instead, the villager became buff and huge and massive. But most importantly, this buff, huge, massive villager was on our side, and he was not a bad guy. Now these villagers are buff and giant and strong and overpowered. And that's really cool. So now they can defend themselves. But there's something even more cool that these mutated villagers can do. Because you see, if you mutate a villager, he doesn't just mutate his physical form, he also mutates his trades. And so these mutated villagers have insane deals and strange items and big swords and tools and powerful enchantments. Now after enchanting this sword, I went back into the nether and I started mining for netherite and using beds to explode the underground so that I could collect the netherite ingots. Now I was very excited while I was mining this whole time, using beds to explode the netherite, because I couldn't wait to get netherite armor. And after so much mining with beds in the nether, I finally did it. I collected 4 netherite ingots and I still had 9 scraps left over. And I could finally upgrade my diamond armor to netherite. But then when I went to the table, I realized I made a really big mistake. Because you see, I completely forgot that before you can upgrade your diamond armor, now you have to have a template to finish the upgrade. Oh my goodness. And that totally crushed my spirit. But you know what? I wasn't going to be negative about it. Instead, I used the 2 armor trims to decorate my armor with gold, so it looked really nice and fancy. Now, I didn't want to end the episode just yet. I wanted to get powerful items and netherite armor. Now on day 105, I collected everything that I needed because I was going to go on a mission. Now this was a very dangerous mission. Very, very dangerous. Because you see, the nether is already dangerous enough. But now, this was the mutated nether. And I had 2 things I wanted to get. The most important things. I wanted blaze rods and the netherite template so I could make netherite armor. Guys, I've been walking around for the longest time, and also this is live commentary. I just decided to talk right now, but I don't know what to do, guys. I'm running low on food. My pickaxe is gonna break. Got 2 ender pearls, and my armor's gonna break soon. And I also traded with a piglin, or these guys, I don't know what you call them, hoglins or whatever, but I traded with one of them with the 9 pieces of gold I had left, and he gave me some good stuff. He gave me some fire protection potions. I don't know what to do anymore. I can't find the stupid fortress, and oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh, dude, no. Okay, it's the big chunky fella. Actually, you know what? What you gonna do about it, big boy? I forgot I have a bow. No, you tried to kill me. Where you going, boy? You know what? I'm going in. Wait, he's not attacking me. Oh! I thought they attacked you even if you wore gold. Hey, my bad, bro. I don't know. You saw that too, right? I don't know where those arrows were coming from. That was crazy. I think they're falling from like the ceiling or something. And but yeah, I'm just gonna you know, pick these up. I still can't find the fortress, bro. I'm never gonna find it. 4 days later, I was still in the nether, and I traveled over 2,000 blocks, and I still could not find any fortress or any Bastion remnant. And I had to cross so many lava pools, and I was running out of food, and my pickaxes broke. Now this time I was really beginning to feel hopeless. But you know what? Just like I always say, I didn't want to be negative. After traveling 200 more blocks and 400 blocks in another direction, I found one. I finally found a Bastion remnant. Now I didn't actually record the moment that I found the Bastion remnant because I actually turned my recording off. Now at first I was excited to find this Bastion remnant because I thought I could finally make netherite armor. But I quickly realized that this was not a normal Bastion remnant. This was more like a smaller version of a Bastion remnant. And the only thing you could really find here was gold blocks, chests with a little bit of loot inside of it, and brute piglins. Lots and lots of aggressive, mean, short-tempered brute piglins. Now I was being very cautious because I remembered what happened to me inside my survival series world that I had before. So yeah, before I opened the chest or collected any gold blocks, I made sure to surround myself with blocks so that none of them could get inside. Now I looted at least 2 or 3 chests, and then I found another one. But then when I found this chest, I made a really bad mistake. Because after killing that brute, that's when all of them showed up. Before I died, I managed to use my totem and get one last push and kill a couple of those brute piglins and take them with me to the grave. So even though I died like a hero. But in the end, it didn't really matter because I died and I lost another life. And just like that, I was back at home again with nothing, completely empty-handed. So what do you think's gonna happen next episode? Am I just gonna give up? Or am I gonna come back stronger than ever? And I will see you guys in the next video.